Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This is Tony Pollard. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Prescott looks to throw on first. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On play action, Prescott. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Play action now. Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A quick throw complete to Washington. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. Prescott off play action. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give your
sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for James Conner. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
On the run is Conner. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw, it's Murray. And complete to Zach Ertz. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
So Prescott to the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw hauled in by Washington, and he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnose perfectly there.
And the final number here in terms of the top speed that he hit, absolutely absurd. Next Gen Stats has him at better than 23 miles an hour on that one. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And he's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. CeeDee Lamb. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. The point after is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll make it a 2nd down. Murray now. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now Murray again. This one swung out to Williams. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Here's Murray from midfield. Finds his running back, James Conner. And he works free. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play there on the catch and run. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. Now Murray. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Cowboys are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, You would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Left side to Lamb. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 81 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Sam Sloman now for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, Andy Isabella. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long. They'll toss this out right for Connor. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Prescott on first down. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. This is caught inside the 15. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Elliott. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Out for the PAT, here's Sloman. And it is now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, Isabella. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Being chased out left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities. Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season. And obviously for decades, that was the full season. But as we all know, a little strange, still one more game to go next week.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we're both interested to see how things play out next week because we know their division titles will walk.
Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Malik McDowell. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. Taking a shot here for Marshall. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there just before halftime. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick here is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now, this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Rodgers' numbers would be larger, but remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. A graduate of the Naval Academy. Back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently second in the league in first downs, and they pick up one here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Joe Hayden there to bring him down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play quarterback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Elliott. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10. Murray now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time on the catch and run. Throwing on first down is Murray. Eluding the pressure right. He's to the 10, and he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Here's Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Zach Ertz with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now down to 20. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From the 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they got the big lead here in the fourth. Touchdown, Cowboys! Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with a football.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Murray. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Murray. Right back to Williams, and this time he's got it. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Murray going to throw. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Steps away to his left. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big play there on the scramble.
First down, Arizona.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Ertz over the middle. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Prater for the extra point. And the lead now down to 20. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the 4th quarter. It was Joe Hayden, the former Pro Bowler, that came up to get him down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Caught by the tight end Ertz. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now we'll throw here to his running back. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hall. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
the 20-yard line. Osa Odighizuwa able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.